Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of City Skylines. Jeez, I'm so pumped for this series, guys. You have no idea what you're doing to me and this channel. I love you! I'm so grateful to so many of you that posted comments in the previous episodes. You are making my freaking week so far. Man, I just love you guys. Thank you so much. At the moment, I'm basically waiting to reach 7,500 people, because that's gonna be a very important milestone in order to continue. Once we have reached that, my intention is to go ahead and build another specialized industry, namely the farming industry. I would like to have a really nice farming place up there. It doesn't even need to be only here, we could expand all the way up to this point. I think this is the perfect farming spot. But you can see, we have tons of farming spots. This is actually a really good map, which I also updated in the description if you want to know which map that is. But look at this incredibly large oil patch down here. Oh, looking forward to this. One thing that has been mentioned is we should balance out the forestry industry. At the moment, I'm probably exporting way more raw goods than I need, because we don't necessarily have enough factories, so we could even make more money with this. So balancing out these industries is definitely gonna be a topic in future episodes. Well, I guess while we wait, we can already go ahead... No, I can't unlock that. Well, I guess we have to wait for the milestone then. I noticed there is a lot of crime in this area, so maybe, let me actually think, maybe we should place a police headquarters instead of a normal police station here. I mean, they should be able to reach it. Eventually things are gonna be cleared up here. Yeah, actually it got resolved. I just missed it. Not sure where the police car... Oh, there's a police car. No, where are you going? They're just patrolling around. Before I forget, this tram station here, someone mentioned people might not be able to get on this side of the road because they cannot really cross here. So where did these two dudes come from? People are getting out and now they're trapped here. Okay. Oh dear, I think I have to fix this right away. Let me think of something. Darn it, don't have enough space for a pathway. Oh, why can't you do me this little favor, you cruel game? Alright, I'm gonna try to cheat the system while ignoring No! Oh, such a bummer. This is supposed to work. Oh, it worked! Yes! Too bad it doesn't look that great, but now, fortunately, Ashley Miller is gonna be able to go home from high school. Her parents are gonna be so happy. And will you look at that? Thank you so much for that hint. So this station was basically just useless thus far. Something else I noticed is we still have traffic lights here. That's not good. There we go. Now everyone should be able to drive more smoothly. You know what? I just noticed that the cars aren't turning around here. None of the cars ever came through here. They cannot do a U-turn and therefore these houses aren't being serviced. That actually makes a ton of sense. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect this up with a one-way road, which hopefully means this issue is now fixed as well. There we go, police cars finally... Did you see him pick up that criminal? That was just like a drive-by. What? Now you're turning around? Okay, actually maybe that makes sense since I created a new kind of junction here. But essentially sometimes it's not necessary to just plot down more services, but figure out what's going wrong. Okay, I added some more industry right here, but more importantly I think we want a tiny bit more shopping in this area. Let me see. I can get finally rid of this power line, thank you very much, and then we can fill out a huge portion here. I don't want this much. Something like this should more or less satisfy our needs. Looks like we're about to have another concert, and these guys are hardcore festival goers. I have to admit, with weather like this, I will go home immediately, provided there is an accessible tram station. Holy cow, this took like 20 minutes longer than I anticipated, but now I have access to an additional tile and we also have some other upgrades that I'm gonna use, especially the high density stuff. Next one at 11,000, so that's probably gonna take a while at the rate we're going, but we're taking care of details as well. It's not just about growth. Let's finally do this. I'm gonna unlock this tile right there. What I would like to do with this industry is have some type of a mixture between residential and farming industry. However, first we need a reasonable way to actually cross this river. I want it to go up a little bit so we have the space for ferries eventually. Yeah, we can probably just cross straight here. However, this is gonna be a little bit of an annoyance until we unlock the next tile. And there we go, the pillars are matching up perfectly. I love this. Gotta fix my power lines, however. Well, that's gonna change once we expand a little bit more and don't have to do so many weird things with the power lines. Man, I'm not convinced. This is not realistic. I've never seen a bridge that crosses a river like this. Let me fix that. Oh yes, I'm glad I did that. Definitely much better. We're just gonna continue straight like this, and maybe in here we're gonna have an interchange. So I have the opportunity to divide this district into 2 parts. Actually, now that we have a new direction to go to, namely into this bridge, I want to make sure people can access this from the festival area. This also means we need to upgrade this road, so people are not acting up too stupidly. This right here is going to be a dead end for quite a bit, so we can also make this very easy. Just an off-ramp here and then maybe an overpass on-ramp for the other side. So something very simple and also temporary, most likely. We know that I am going to take a lot of the stuff apart once it's not functioning anymore. That's just how things go on this channel. What I like to do with my farming area first and foremost is just outline what we have with a main road. So something that is a little bit larger. 6 lanes might be a little too exaggerated. Also, I want this to be very organic. Contrary to all the other districts we've built so far, this is gonna follow no geometrical shapes. There we go. Almost looks like a racetrack or a kidney or a sofa. What am I talking? Also, of course, we need to hook this up to our highway, and this is also temporary until I know what I exactly want. Hold on, this is the perfect opportunity to test out the two-way highway. Yeah, two-way highway. That means they can drive on the same street, and we can have our little intersection right there. That's not very smooth. Yeah, much better in my opinion. To kick things off right here, we want to paint a new industrial area, of course. I'm just gonna use our main road here as a guideline. Let's call that farming industry. Next up, we're gonna need a whole bunch of access points. Maybe 5 should do the trick, or maybe even 4. And then we want to make the traffic flow upwards. So if we add a one-way street every now and then, maybe another one here. 3rd access point right there, and the 4th one right here. That means we also want 4 access points into the other direction. I'm gonna swap these around in just a second. So you have to point into the other direction. And my intention is to hook these up with each other with a road pattern in between. And all of these are gonna be separate. So this road cannot go into the same part of the district as another access point. For the sake of being able to place a whole bunch of buildings, I don't want to deviate too much from geometrical shapes. It's not going to be a grid whatsoever, but we need to be able to place down the buildings without too many issues. So here we have one example of what I'm going for. These 2 points are connected, these 2 points are going to be connected, but there's going to be no interaction other than maybe walking pathways. We'll have to see how that exactly works out, because I also noticed in the forestry industry, for instance, people that are going from this place to this place, for instance, they have to do an entire loop, which in this case isn't too bad because it takes a very short amount of time. But if someone wants to go from this area into this area, they would have to almost do an entire loop, or at least they would have to go back to the main road and then access it from here. But that's something I want to observe first and then fix later. So let's go ahead and continue with our road patterns there. Et voila, said and done. Enough space for tons of decorations, but definitely enough space to build up a farming industry. Let's get things started with the main building. It doesn't really matter where this thing goes, however, I want a nice spot that is fitting. Let's actually focus on this area first, since this is way denser with the farming resource. And see, that's what I mean. If you build the roads too organically, a lot of the buildings just can't be placed. Congratulations! Animal pastures, crop fields, fruit fields, and a silo to get things started. Ah, this is perfect. Gonna have my first crop fields. Is this a crop? Yeah, crop field right here. And then on the other side, we're gonna have some fruit fields. Hopefully I'm not exaggerating with all this. Right at this point, I want to have a couple of animal pastures. Well, 3 is good for now. And then the silos. Well, I wish we had bigger silos already. It's gonna work out. Let's build about 6 of these silos for the time being. Can I actually decide what goes in here? Balanced. Farming industry raw materials. Well, I guess we're gonna get a whole bunch of different raw materials, and it seems as though in this game they just count as one material, so in our case that's gonna be crops mostly. We have wheat, greenhouse even, potatoes, cotton and corn. So I guess a bunch of wheat fields. I mean, there are gonna be tons of fields, guys. So I guess for now it doesn't really matter. Or we make a nice pattern, to be honest with you. Yeah, let's do potatoes and wheat. Fruits, we're gonna go with apples and pears. Yeah, already a little bit more colorful. In terms of animals, we have sheep. Then we also have the pigs. And we have a bunch of cows. I'm probably gonna wait with the Highland cows. I mean, we're not really in the Highland. Of course, we should not forget to provide the water. I'm gonna be right back. Said and done, we now have water everywhere. I'm just gonna let this play out for a bit. I guess we also need power though. Don't forget about the power. Good, good, good. Okay, what else do you need? You need access, well, maybe not with the tram this time. Did we actually get the metro? Yes, we now have access to the metro, so this might be the perfect opportunity to set up a metro between the old town, this guy here, and then the new farming industry. I don't think it would be fitting to cross the river with our current tram, but I'm definitely gonna leave the tram in for the time being. You know, it's interesting to have all the different public transports available. Ah, yes, I remember. The animals require the crops in order to produce products. Ah, this is gonna be so great. Let's see this develop a little bit. Road maintenance truck? Okay, well, I did not expect you guys being here at first. Ah, stuff is actually happening. Yeah, the trucks were spawned from the fields themselves, and they're simply bringing it over to the silos. Easy as that. Currently, we already have 102 workers going here, so the first level is going to be pretty quick. Now, I want to set these policies up right off the bat. We have enough money to afford that, and it's just improving the industry overall. The crops have been brought to our animals, so they are now functioning as well, producing animal products, and we should be able to see some profit from that as well. Well, maybe not right off the bat. We first have to let them do their thing. What? Ah, okay, I get it. That doesn't make sense. Okay, I suspect this just happened because we built all of that stuff at once, and now it's kind of over. I'm not sure what that was about. Holy cow, listen to this. I wouldn't want to work here. Already level 2. We have access to bakery, flour mill, and what is this? Ah, barracks, of course, cattle shed, and a small barn. Well, then let's start with 2 barns on the opposite side here. Actually, maybe I should move these guys. Yes, I want to move them over here. I think that is a more appropriate spot. I mean, they do store the same stuff. They just store the crop, so not sure what this is about. Maybe it's just a visual thing between the silos and the barns. Flour mill is gonna have some pollution to it, so we need to be careful with the buildings that produce pollution. Maybe we are gonna settle them in this area. I doubt I'm gonna end up placing fields in this area. So flour mill, you go right there. What do you need? You only need crops. Beautiful. I actually wonder, could we store this now in a small warehouse? If I'm not mistaken, I still have one here. So let's see, unique factory goods. Yeah, flour, that's perfect. Let's add one. We can do this right here. And of course, we want to set it up to be balanced. That's fine, but contain flour. You greedy bastards want power, of course. Another thing I don't want to forget about are the traffic lights. They are absolutely not necessary here. The last thing is a cattle shed, which produces meat products as well, or animal products, so I'm not even sure if we want that. Well, I guess maybe eventually. Let's just wait a bit. Ah, so great, yeah, we can also make a campus now. Ah, this is amazing. This game has really come a long way since the first DLC. Just an FYI, I also added a public library, so these should make it possible for Sims to randomly upgrade an education level. And now that we have finally access to a university, I'm gonna build it right here. Maybe we can make this our campus district. I mean, looking at my education, we have a whole bunch of people already highly educated, so I'm not sure if they went to another city to get their education. Oh yes, good point. We also want to build a prison, and we have access to the police helicopter depot. I kind of want to build something special for the prison. I think I'm just gonna wait. For now, we're just gonna find the criminals and then let them go. How are we doing here? Right now, no profits, okay, but we still didn't sell anything. Looks like we have a huge radio mast and other opportunities to defend our people from natural disasters, like an earthquake sensor. Well, I guess at some point a natural disaster is gonna hit us. We'll just have to see what happens. Oh, deep space radar covers the entire map and we will be warned about meteor strikes. I mean, it's not even that expensive. So why not add this guy right here in the industry? So we're already safe. Well, we're not really safe from a meteor strike, but at least we know where to evacuate. Also, as mentioned, I would like to have some parts in this area that are filled up with low density residential. So that's what I'm doing here. We also have access to the earthquake sensor. I guess I would like to cover at least my 2 residential districts. Ah, look at that. This doesn't even need to be attached to a road for once. I like. Yeah, there we go. Cemetery is full. This is gonna be an issue. Well, we're only halfway there, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, we're good. Another vision I have for this place is shopping for the desperate. Farming industry level 3. Lemonade factory, I take milking parlor. Medium crop field and fruit fields. Okay. I'm most interested in the milking parlor, and I think this would be more fitting here where we have the flower stuff, even though it has to deal with animals, but I would like to have the fields and animal stuff right there and then processing stuff in this place. So I guess this would fit nicely over here. What is this producing? Just animal products still. Maybe we should add a warehouse for all these animal products. So warehouse it is. A medium one is hopefully gonna cover everything. Balanced is good. Animal products, please. Now let me quickly check. Yeah, we're not producing pollution over here. That's good. All the polluted stuff is gonna be in this place, but still away from the shopping and the residentials. One problem we could face here now is that all of these are producing animal products, and then people would have to go all the way around here in order to store them in the warehouse. Not optimal. Once we set up cargo stations, this is probably the place I want to have them. So, man, I will have to tear apart a few things. I already see it coming. But let's enjoy what we have for now. In terms of traffic, we're actually doing pretty well. All the red parts are just busy roads, but nobody really has to wait for that long. Also, this is working very smoothly, but I'm not surprised about that. This is actually less chaotic than it seems. It's a really good interchange. Right here, no problems. Right there might be an issue sometimes, as you can see, but nothing really to write home about. Yeah, there we go. Lemonade factory. We're going to need glass or something for that. So this is a building requiring multiple industries, which means it goes into our dedicated area for specialized industry. Gosh, these factories, they are just so freaking darn huge. It's incredible. I'm gonna wait with this for a bit, the lemonade stand. However, look at this. The bakery only requires resources from the farming industry. So I really think we should include the bakery in this place, right there. So it's gonna produce specialized products. That means I also want to set up another warehouse. Let's do small, yeah, let's do a small one. Gonna add that on the opposite side of the road, and that is gonna be specialized products, or unique factory products, I should say. Cool, we can see this already filled up and started producing. That means we should now have enough jobs, hopefully, for the next upgrade. No, we only have 490 work spots. Maybe, just maybe, it is time for even more stuff. We're gonna add 2 sheds over here. We're also gonna add a medium crop field, something smaller in between, and another medium crop field. You're not gonna be greenhouse. Let's do corn this time around. And a greenhouse, actually, for the trees. Yeah, I like that. Man, City Skylines, I just love it. I really wanted to add another warehouse here. Let me actually move that over here so that I have the space for a warehouse. This is gonna be all animal products as well. And then, of course, we also need to add silos and barns. I'm gonna wait for the large grain silo, and we're just gonna use barns for this. So 2 or 3 barns. Let's do 2 for the time being. That should have helped us out. Yeah, we now have enough jobs available. We just need to wait for people to take them. Maybe in the meantime, I'm gonna give these poor bastards their own park. There you go, be happy, please. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they're definitely happy. What's up with the weather again? We're already in profit with the farming industry. And if we check out the forestry, yeah, this one never ever goes down below 0. Great, I think we achieved a good farming start here. Yeah, I'm actually gonna observe this for a tiny little bit, and I think we're gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.